heard Kadir.
Nah.
Junior, they sight.
Oh, Junior, okay. Okay, Junior on here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now you sound like Kadir, man.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Oh man, all of them in motherfucker right here.
So we got Terry, Ahmad, you Junior, we got Mars, myself, and Bussy, I think. So
I'm gonna be the only woman that's on here.
now I'm trying to get other folks to get in, but
She sound a little afraid.
Oh no. I'm scared now.
I mean, you know what? I didn't want to say that. But yeah, you're right. You did.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all I'm sipping on something, so excuse me.
oh,
He ain't got nothing but alcoholics on him.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry. I ain't gonna let nobody pick on you.
All right, that'll work.
Okay, I appreciate that now.
Yeah, Sarah, what the fuck is here tonight, man?
Okay. Since everybody on the line tonight,
Oh, we got love on him.
all right.
What?
Who's that?
We got love on him.
What you mean you got love?
You talking about that doing dog?
Love.
That was the dog.
Not a dog.
That was the dog
She's
name.
a cousin.
Okay.
Not a dog. She's a cousin.
Okay.
That's his cousin.
You love who?
No, yeah, love elephant. They got a last name.
Okay.
Yeah, love elephant.
We're just taking it there. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Y'all gonna feel it.
So
Yeah. So,
yeah, I want to do things a little different, right? See, we got a Mo on the line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Mo. Yeah. Tell me how the single life been treated.
Boy, I love it. You know what? But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you, the single life is good and it's bad. You know, because when you're single, no, I'm gonna tell you, break it on down to you that when you're single, you be having fun, you be enjoying life. You know what? Now me, I don't go to bars, but I still drink and I still smoke. And being single, I'm always having fun. So therefore, my blood pressure is off the fucking roof. My blood pressure.
That should be the opposite, shit.
I'm just going by what the doctor said.
I'm single, bro.
The doctor said drinking and smoking though is raising my blood pressures up.
all
I'm
right.
just saying what they saying.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But if you listen to what women be talking about nowadays, you got to be drinking and you got to be smoking.
Yeah.
Don't forget you got a woman out there now.
Huh?
Don't forget you got a woman out there.
I know, and I made sure because y'all are the influence of all that. Y'all influence.
Just Junior, hold on. Let me intervene for 1 second. Let me clarify what the person is saying. Okay. Morris is saying the typical modern day 2023 type of women, and you're not the typical. So I think that's what he's trying to say. Because like in 2023, the typical woman, they lost somewhere. So you know, I consider you a typical like the other podcasts we had. I already heard how you speak, so you already a couple of steps above.
I'm just kind of curious what made her different.
And I don't say now I don't say that.
Yeah, I don't know how you not typical.
All right, I don't say that to shit on other women because I don't believe that shitting on my sister. But a lot of people just ain't got to this place yet where they can have an open mind and use their critical thinking skills. So
but if you look at it, you pay attention to like what really going on in their life, nobody is
What?
All right. Now, typical is average. Ain't know what typical mean, average?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
we're over there. Yeah.
Hey, if you look at social media, every woman, damn near in the whole wide world, is typical. Now, I bet you $100 that she got some yoga pants.
Oh my God.
We let
Okay, what wrong with
I'm just
yoga?
saying, like, do you or do you not got yoga pants?
What the hell?
Do you or do you do? Okay. All right. Do you work out?
No, I can't work out. I'm disabled.
Okay. All right. But you got some yoga pants.
Yes, because they're comfortable.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? And yoga pants do look comfortable because I had thought about getting me a pair of them. Yeah, I thought about it.
Hey, Mark,
But I mean,
We come into Atlanta on Saturday. Just don't wear them Saturday when we come up.
no, I ain't gonna wear. No. I'm only gonna wear my yoga pants in the house alone.
I ain't
You know, when I'm chilling, I'm wearing my yoga pants.
I got it.
So you'll never see it. You'll never see it.
All right, good. Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
you make your wild,
Nah.
with your eye model, yoga pants.
Hey, that'll be round your alley to see me in some goddamn yoga pants. You like, boy, I cannot wait to tell.
You go viral.
Marty, you will be surely Evan Campbell Jr. then.
Yeah. Hey, you'll go viral. Yeah, you definitely go viral.
Yeah, I go viral on those dogs. If
Yeah.
you can't be with goddamn yoga pants on.
Yeah, you probably get a whole lot of support from the alphabet crew.
No, I ain't. You know, I'm really against that trend. I know they will, cause nowadays the women they like men that wear skinny jeans. They like men that wear limited shirts.
Yeah.
They like men that had the end of their locks dyed.
Yeah, men look like little girls pretty much. They like, men look like little girls.
You know what? I didn't want to say it. But basically, you know, but the women don't be bisexual. But they like a man that looks like a woman.
Yeah.
A feminine man.
Yeah.
They like men that's in touch with their feminine side.
Yeah. What's that word? What's that word Junior used to say a long time ago? Metrosexual.
Metrosexual. Metrosexual. That's what it is. Ain't no sex. You know what? Metrosexual is really not a sex thing. Just like a woman saying that I want to meet a guy who I can vibe with. That, you know, women say, I'm a vibe. I'm a all the way vibe. You know, that's just a new word. That's just a new word that sounds good and it's catchy.
Oh, but back to the point of the yoga pad, Mario. You know, you asked no girl, right? Because it seemed like you were saying that you know that's what females get it for. They don't work out, but they wear yoga pants for attention or something.
Yeah, exactly for attention. It's trendy. I made up in my mind that when I see a woman that's in yoga pants, well, you know what? It kind of depends on. It kind of depends. You know, like it's okay if a woman wear yoga pants. Now, if she wear the yoga pants that heightened stuff and showing her lips, I had said the other day, what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna pull down my shade and I'm gonna bend down and I'm gonna look and I'm gonna say, damn. You know, and you know what? You said what happened now?
I said, so you're going to objectify her is what you're saying.
I'm going, you know what? Because the reason why she wearing it is the reason why I'm going to acknowledge it. Now, you know, not saying that yoga pants are not comfortable, because you can put on some. You know, I can put on my pants and not sag them. Just like the next person can put on their pants and be sagging them. And it's for attention. You know, you see a man, especially if it's a grown man. Sagging his pants. Number one, grown man ain't gonna be sagging their pants. Period. It's not gonna happen.
You got a few of them out there.
No, not a grown man.
You talking about a grown man in the mind.
Cannot go to his job or his career with his pants hanging down.
Well, let me say this. A whole lot of my definition as a grown man, but I see men over 40 and almost 50 still sagging them. I mean, it ain't a lot of them, but it's a few of them out there doing it.
Find out, do they work at the same place you work at?
No.
Okay, they don't work at the same place I work at either.
They do.
Okay. Cornelius?
They're probably in the street somewhere.
The grown men?
Somewhere.
Of course, they in the street. They ain't at nobody's job site. They ain't paying taxes.
Ain't nobody's job site tagging their pants.
Yeah, they ain't paying taxes. They were not paying taxes.
Yeah, not at my job. I haven't seen anybody sagging pants in Tucson.
Exactly.
Nobody.
But sagging pants is still real.
Yeah, I haven't seen it over here at all.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a quick question. And y'all probably say y'all don't, you'll probably say you don't look, but, all right, you said if you see a woman with her pants pulled up in her lips, so what's the difference in men that's going around with their prints showing? I see nuts and berries balled up all the time out when I'm out and about. So y'all
They do just wearing them tight ass pants.
What?
Hey, yeah, and
What
I'm be honest. I'm be honest. Like at least 4 of these folks on this phone right now be at family gatherings, and I ain't never seen. We'll do that.
We'll do that.
Yeah,
We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that.
One of y'all do.
Yeah, one of y'all do, Marv.
Yeah, call them out.
Yeah, one of y'all do on that, Marv.
But you know, you ain't never seen me with those tiny ass pants with my ass.
I ain't never seen you with no tight ass pants.
Looking like no goddamn moose knuckles. Yeah,
I like a custom fit myself.
Hey, you know what? A custom fit is totally different than tight pants.
Yeah, not to mention men.
That's a whole different look.
Yeah, not to mention men and females. They not. Yeah, and men and females are not the same. So you really can't compare a man to a female.
It's different.
Hey, well, you know, men nowadays be thinking that they're females.
These
And they will wear them little tight pants. I mean, even straight men be wearing really tight pants because that's what the women like.
Well, to be honest with you,
about the tight pants.
that's all. If you go to a black mall, that's the only thing you're gonna find these days.
So you saying that they doing it for attention. So you say basically what you're saying that is men also are, I mean, which I agree with them, attention whores.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, Delta. I agree with you, Delta.
The men wearing tight pants for attention, just like women.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? If I fell up in a place that man, woman that I done dealt with even in the past, gonna accept me wearing tight pants. Yeah, I can't think of damn woman that I've been with that gonna accept me or wearing tight pants.
But when you go to
fitted pants or custom fits, it's totally different than wearing tight pants.
When you go to a black mall, that's huh? Yeah.
Don't get to the subject, because see, I got this mud in me, and I'm ready to give y'all some games.
Okay.
Hey.
So, yeah.
Well, you know what? I ain't heard no game from a real nigga in a long time.
Well,
Yeah.
you like to hear something.
Yeah.
Hey, ears open.
Okay. So let me. Okay. Matter of fact, this is something I want to address, right? You know, now I know it might seem like we female bashing or whatever, but you know, even though that's not the case.
No, we're not female bashing.
Nah, but now a lot of these females, right, when it comes to self-respect, you know, you gotta pay attention. You can't help but pay attention, right? Because you wonder, like, when these females be, you know, don't get me wrong, I love to look at them on TikTok. I love to look at them in Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
But at the same, but at the same time, you gotta wonder, like, how do these females, you know, come out like this, and knowing they got a daddy somewhere? You know, like, do they ever wonder, like, am my dad gonna see the video, or how would my dad react to, you know what I'm saying, me out here talking about, you know, sucking dick, or, you know, or sex all the time, you know.
Ain't wrong sucking dick now.
No, ain't nothing wrong with it. But
don't do that.
But it should be.
Don't do that.
It should be a pride. It's kind of. I feel like it's unattractive to think about keeping a female.
No, it's not unattractive. If you doing like a whole bunch of them, oh shit. If you're doing two at a time, yes, that is very unattractive.
No, but when
if you're doing one single, it's okay.
Nah, because when you put yourself out there,
discourage them from doing it now.
No, it's not discouraging. But it should be a private. It should be a private thing.
You're gonna have the trends out there line up.
Yeah, but I'm saying it should be a private thing where, you know, the only, you know, her main guy should know what's going on, to understand what's going on. You know, that's kind of like one of the things where, okay, everybody know everybody's doing it, but you don't have to be out there promoting it like that, because no man that's going to keep you, you know what I'm saying, is looking to wipe you and take care of you, you know.
What the hell I got myself into?
It's gonna wanna.
Ain't a woman. Hey, if she do it,
Terry,
she with me 1%.
Yeah.
Terry, I had wanted to lace off y'all with some game, but Morris I guess we're bringing the subject, and Morris are kind of taking a little left. He kind of getting off the subject a little bit.
Okay, go to kick something out then, cuz.
Terry's saying that it's not right for a woman to get blowjobs.
No, that ain't what I said at all.
What you think he's saying?
That ain't.
I don't think that's the main point that he was trying to put.
Nah.
Well, I mean, if a woman walks around here with 3 children, so what? We don't supposed to expect that she fucking?
Okay, let me ask you something, Mo.
Saying though, what I assume Terry was saying was that he didn't think it was cool for women to be going around bragging and putting it out in the public that they did and talking about it.
How in the world she gonna get a man if she ain't bragging about it?
The same way our mamas and our grandmamas got men, and they didn't have to brag about such a thing.
Because they was not doing it back in them days. They were not doing it back in them days. Well, some of my brother was. You know what? We want to feel like our mamas and our grandma wasn't doing it. What you think? That old looking gown that they walk around here in?
They were doing it. All right, listen, Morris. The difference with today and our grandmamas and them. See, today, like busting them, they got thumbs. Our grandma and them, they had blue. But they were doing the same exact thing. You just got a difference.
I don't know.
Them cat houses weren't doing missionaries.
I remember that older lady who I know, and she was dating this guy. And you know, they had started kicking it. And I remember the older lady had said that the older guy, only thing he wanted to do is lick her down there. But then she wasn't feeling that. And he was her exact words. He wanna lick me down there. I don't be wanting that.
All right, now hold on, Mark. I'm finna try to answer Terry's question, but I want to talk to Button when I'm doing it.
Okay.
All right, about women. Okay, one thing everybody got to realize.
Busted. Busty or busted?
Busted.
Busty.
Busted the vampire player.
Okay, all right.
All right. Let me address Terry, but I want to kind of talk the question. One thing that women are going to have to realize, like, it's this word called equality. Men and women can't be equal. We say that shit because it sounds trendy and it sounds right, but men and women cannot be equal. We wasn't put on this earth to be equal.
Of course not. And women don't even pay the same kind of taxes that we pay.
And hold on. The reason why I say that, Buffy, I don't say that to belittle women or to sound, I guess, chauvinistic. But I'm going to tell you what equality means. Equality means, like, okay, if my girlfriend or wife loses her temper, she hits me in the face. Equality means I hit her ass back in the face with all my might, just like she hit me with all my might. That's equality. Okay, what people mean to say is we need balance. Men and women, they're supposed to give each other balance. They're supposed to complement each other. We don't supposed to be equal. And some rules apply to men that don't apply to women.
That's right.
We're not meant to be the same. Go ahead. What was you thinking?
I don't think you answered the question. I think what Terry was, we started out talking about yoga pants. And it was saying that I guess somebody agrees that women shouldn't be wearing yoga pants because they're showing all their stuff.
But you know, every woman that wears yoga pants don't show off all her stuff.
Well, see, it wasn't just yoga pants.
No,
it wasn't
wrong with them wearing yoga pants.
No, it wasn't just yoga pants.
Nothing wrong with them wearing yoga pants.
It was about self-respect.
But it depends on the reason why you wearing yoga pants.
Okay, let me.
Hold on. Some women wear them different because some women don't even wear drawers upon them.
But see, it ain't about yoga. It ain't about yoga pants. It's about respect. Because I mean, let's take about your own lady, right? Your main female, right? If she go out there, you know what I'm saying, dressing all, you know what I'm saying, all super sexy or whatever, right? I mean, you ain't nowhere around. You know what I'm saying, like.
Do you think yoga pants are super sexual there?
Depending on who wearing them, got to her right.
Now it could be by the mind of the person who's looking, who sees it. Sex. No. Some
female
hike them up so they can show it.
But not just yoga pants though.
Some is just being comfortable. Just say some.
I've been watching TikTok.
But not just.
I watch TikTok and Reels. I done seen so many splits, not lips. I'm talking about like lips and splits.
They're split, yeah. And they don't they go along and they feel good.
Well, let me ask y'all something, right?
Let's forget about TikTok for a minute.
Yeah.
And talk about the women that you come across in real life. TikTok, they do.
But see, the women that's on TikTok,
is at Walmart.
See, it goes from social media to the real world.
Yeah.
You know, women going crazy over Young Thug. Young Thug is a man that painted his fingernails. When is that cute?
Not to mention city girls.
Generation of women. So y'all can't compare. You know, you're talking about a whole different generation of people now. Everything is.
Oh, how old are you? That's what I should have asked for off the real.
I'm 52.
Oh, you? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you older. So you a woman.
Yes, I am a woman of a more mature age.
Okay, yeah, you're a woman. Yeah, you got to.
Call ended.
Well, y'all hung up on me, huh?
Man, I actually hung up on every damn body. Yeah, my bad, cause I actually hung up on everybody. Hold on.
Yeah, it got disconnected for something.
Yeah, I accidentally hung up on everybody.
He probably got Verizon.
No, yeah, I got Verizon, but see that it's your call has been forwarded to an automatic. Yeah. But what was y'all saying now?
Well,
Okay.
she probably gonna want to get dick connected.
God, now, Mars?
Hello?
Oh, I think the lines got crossed up there, and it sounded like I heard my next door neighbor talking.
Take it easy on.
Hello, all right.
Hey, don't hear about it.
Let's sound off. Let's sound off.
Okay.
All right.
Junior.
All right, I got Mo, Mars, a Big Daddy dollar sign, only for Buffy, only for Buffy.
We got Buffy here. Big Daddy,
Yeah.
love.
Okay.
Yeah. Only for Buffy, only for Buffy.
Listen now, y'all gotta stay on task, cause we ain't getting nowhere.
Yeah, true.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Let's,
And you know what?
what
One
happened with
person
the line?
is taking shit left.
Yeah.
No, not really, cause I call me Big Daddy dollar sign because the young women, they ain't working. They want a man who gonna take care of them. Pretty much, mostly all the women, you know, they might not say it because at a certain age, you ain't got no choice but to work. That's why you ain't gonna find nobody. I mean, unless he 80 and you 50, he'll probably take care of you.
All right, Terry. What's the next subject?
Yeah, see,
Other than TikTok.
what my point was, right, about how females carry themselves, with no self-respect, or that they care about, the respect, from their family members, how their family members look at them, or guys, that's potentially, want to keep them, wife them or something because of how they carry themselves.
All right, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give my opinion on that.
Mhm.
Okay, everybody ain't, I guess, conservative, and everybody gonna go through a whole stage.
That's the word.
Yeah,
Conservative.
everybody gonna go through a whole stage, and everybody gonna do some shit that they at one point regret. Put it like this: you're gonna have all walks of life towards people. You're gonna have some women out there selling it. You're gonna have some women respecting themselves. Put it like this: you can't have the world takes a lot of different types of people in order to rotate. It takes all types of people to so you can't put it like this. What us guys do is we be doing this thing called saving them. You can't save all of them. You can't.
No, you can't. Man, I can't do that now.
If that's what they're gonna do, that's what they're gonna do. You can't save them. Put it like this: sometimes they have to go out there and hold, and then they got to feel bad about it to the point where they gotta want to stop doing it. But you got a whole lot of guys out there trying to save them, and see that you could be like, baby, this ain't you. You ain't got to be doing this, and that ain't gonna do shit to help her. She gonna need to, I guess, want to do it herself. And it's nothing the guy can do to make her change that.
Yeah,
Nah, I ain't.
but
Hey, but I'm kind of curious though, because earlier you said that all of us have done something that we regretted.
No, I said most. I don't know about all.
What have you done? What have you done that you regretted?
All right. Now you know what? Off the top of my head, I could say like times in my life I've been too nice to people. Like everybody in our family, everybody on this phone except for Bussy because I don't know Bussy like that. But we have hearts of gold. We were very giving. And people tend to take your kindness for weakness, and I feel like a lot of times in my past, I have been too nice and allowed people to take advantage of me.
So when they took advantage of you, did they take advantage of you because you let them because you were trying to get something out the deal?
No, cause.
Or you were just being like a helping hand?
A helping hand, cause see, like for instance, if I do something for somebody, it's genuinely from the heart. I ain't got no ulterior motive like I'm trying to get something in return. I do it because this is my whole motto in life. If I got blessed enough to be able to help the next person, I'm gonna do it. And you know, so but then at the same time, you know, when I want something in return, it's not like, hey, I gave you $50, give me $100 back. Like I may want to thank you in return. I want some kind of gratification at least.
Now that should be automatic.
Yeah, Joey, you taught me something.
So, but how many times have you ever let down your window at the person at the corner with they sign and gave them some money?
I've done that.
I mean, how often?
In the past, I've done it a lot of times. Like recently, I haven't done it lately. But in the past, yeah, I've done it.
Cause you don't learn that them motherfuckers don't be needing it.
Well, no.
It don't matter what they needed or not. I was gonna say
Morris,
you can't do anything.
Morris, I'm gonna be honest with you, Morris. I mean, you got some scammers out there, but you got some people living that life for real. Cause see, last night I called Terry. I was in downtown Macon, and I was just downtown chilling. And you know, I was just sitting down by myself, just thinking. And then this white dude, you could tell, like I guess he lived on the street. And he came right beside me. He ain't asked me for shit. He looked right dead in that trash can. And that shit just made me think different. Damn, Junior, how about if you really had to get down like that and just dig through the trash can like him? He ain't asked me for shit, but see, that was normal for him. But see, the thought of me looking in the trash can for food, I can't even fathom that shit in like, it nowhere in my mind. So you got people I knew who really live in that shit for real. But at the same time, I have experience in Macon, Georgia. We got vegan homeless people because I was in Checkers drive-thru one time. This dude was like, man, could you help me out with some food? So I had some bananas. I ain't want to eat bananas that day. I went through the Checkers drive-thru. And so I offered the man bananas. He was like, I don't eat that shit. I was like, damn. So you know, you got
you might well
homeless people in Macon. I done seen them too. You offer some food. Shit, they'll tell you quick, I'm lactose intolerant or I'm vegan. I'm like, motherfucker, you homeless. How the hell you is vegan?
Well, I mean, hey, I'm not gonna lie. When I moved to Atlanta last time right here, shit, I done been in them trash cans getting some fucking food out of them. And I ain't lying about that.
Now you did that because you...
I'm not lying about that. I done been in them trash cans, but you know what though? If you think about that, what we call it dumpster diving.
Well, that was a choice. That was a choice for you, Mario. Because you ain't.
Hey.
Yeah, you ain't had no.
No. Sometimes, I mean,
man, you gotta make.
It could, you know.
Now you got family now, Mario. Come on now.
I know. But sometimes we got to do it on our own. We got to do it on our own.
Yeah, I go for that.
Because if we don't do it on our own,
Morris, I'm not following you. You do what on our own? I don't understand what you're saying.
I mean, we gotta make our own path on our own.
Yeah.
Now don't get me wrong. I definitely did have help. I had help. But
okay, my question is, what did that have to do with being Jews? You asked him that question when he said he was Jewish.
You ain't lying. You got all our stuff.
This nigga master at changing the narrative.
Oh, you say you?
Yeah, but Morris, you
oh, now the homeless. Well, I guess it kind of depends on the homeless person. I wouldn't use anybody that shit because I had my head face down in the dumpster.
Okay,
but
now
you know what? We look at it as, boy, he over there in the dumpster. But see, y'all ain't never been in the dumpster.
But
I'ma tell y'all.
Is that brown liquor or white liquor you drinking?
Buffy,
I'll tell you. When I was down in that dumpster, I was eating better than y'all eat right now.
Because Morris takes over the conversation and take that shit way out the left field.
Is he drinking brown liquor or white liquor?
White. But I'm telling you, when I was diving in the dumpster there getting that food right up, boy, I was eating stuff that I ain't never bought in a restaurant.
Yeah, like tapeworms.
But regret the dumpster diving, Morris.
Yeah.
No, I don't regret it because the last time that I came to Atlanta, see, y'all don't know this, because you know, y'all will never know it though. But I slept on the bridge. Not that I had to. Just like Terry said. Just like y'all saying. I didn't have to do this. But you know what? I slept on the bridge. And I dumpster dived. Now, Terry, you gonna see how far I done came. You know, I'm not fucking diving in no dumpster no more.
Morris, hold on. Let me say this again, your first cousin. The reason why you had to dumpster dive and live up on the bridge is probably because of your pride.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
A lot of motherfuckers, they're gonna give you whatever the hell you want.
That's what it was, on pride. But I built character off of it. You know, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. And the same thing about a woman that wearing fucking yoga pants. She wear yoga pants so it can be easy for her.
Now, anyway, Julie, I got something I want to ask you from this podcast. I remember you saying that the women had to work for it. That women thought that just because they got a big ass and they pretty, that things would automatically go their way. And now you got to work for it. And I want to know, what exactly is the woman supposed to be working for?
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you, and you know what? I'm gonna be blunt with this, and me and Terry talked about this.
You can't get the real truth.
Yeah, and you know, and Bussy, don't take this the wrong way, but the net value to pussy is so connected, and the reason why I say that,
It so will.
Listen. I have told a woman one time, take your pussy to the pawn shop. See how much they give you for it. They ain't gonna give you nothing for it. But I'm not gonna say all. Some women these days, they feel like all they got to bring to the table is a big ass, and I'm gonna fall for that, and then you know I'm gonna take care and all this. But it takes more than that. I mean, the thing about it, I'm gonna need a woman that's gonna supplement me. Okay, if I'm gonna bring the groceries home every week, you need to do your part to cook these groceries for me. If I'm providing this. So they need to work for it. If I scratch your back, you need to scratch mine. If I put in half, you need to come with the other half. It ain't just about a big ass. You got to bring more because I feel like I bring good sex too.
Okay, but that's understood once you're in a relationship. The way you presented before is like immediately upon meeting somebody, they got something to work for, and I don't feel that way. I feel like as women, we should be courted. What? How is that working?
No. I 1,000% believe in courtship. I 1,000% believe in that. But see, what I don't believe in is these chicks just going out on a date for a free meal, going goddamn well they do. But they gonna get a free meal out of the situation. So, okay, but if this means your first date, okay, you want to go up the roof creek. Okay, my purpose ain't to wine and dine you or to try to impress you. My whole purpose is to get to know you. So I ain't just a ball out of control in order to do this. And a lot of women, they expect on the first date, you know, for the bill to be $200 or $300. So so that's what.
That's a light bill.
That's a what?
Light bill.
Oh, yeah.
That's my light bill.
Yeah, but this the thing about
but
it.
you don't have a problem feeding her though, right? You don't have a problem taking her somewhere to eat. You just don't want to go to
I don't want her to get the fucking top steak. I don't want her to get top shelf on the
man. All right, Bussy. Let me answer your question. And again, don't call the all police because I ain't saying all.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. This is how this works. Okay. A lot of women, they want it to be old-fashioned and traditional, but they don't want to be traditional when it's their part. All right. A woman be like, I want a man to court me. So when I say, okay, I'm gonna court you, well, we're gonna do it old school. You gonna come to my house and you gonna cook. I ain't gonna take you out there. If you wanna be traditional women back in the day, like my grandma and them, they cook for that man instead of
that was after she became his though. That wasn't
That's what?
That wasn't during the courting process. That's
She is.
after.
No,
Hold
on now. We don't do this traditional to her convenience when she feel like it's right. Now, if you want to do this thing traditional, if you want me to open doors and shit, we finna do this thing traditional the whole way. If I'm gonna open doors and go out the red carpet, you come over here and you cook.
Listen,
We finna do this thing full traditional. It ain't sticking true traditional.
I guess I'm not really traditional there, cause I invite you over to the house though, and I cook, cause I want to make sure the food be good. No, women can't cook nowadays like what we used to growing up. So I cook. But they don't want to come over to my house, but they want me to take them out somewhere and spend $30,000 on them.
Okay, then y'all being real now. If you would be for real, back in our grandmother's days, women weren't even going to sit at no man's house. My grandmother and my mama raised me that the boy always comes to you, and then he asks permission to coach you.
I ain't got no problem with we come to your house and you cooking at your house. I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah. At least we can eat while I'm asking your folks.
Yeah.
Can I take you out?
I ain't got no problem with that.
All right, and then so another traditional thing is you ain't getting no pussy to the courtship either. But y'all ain't going for that these days.
All right, Bucky, let me explain it to you like this. And please listen closely, and Morris, don't you interrupt me.
All right, I ain't saying nothing.
I'm finna lace y'all up on some games. Okay, let's just say if she made me wait 8 months to get the pussy. Let's just say if she gave it to me the same night. And God, what's wrong if you ain't married? So if you wait 3 months, that's just as bad as one night. If we ain't married.
No.
I
got to interrupt.
It's the same exact thing. Yes, it is. If you're not married,
it ain't about marriage. For me, it ain't even about marriage. For me, it would be about waiting to see if me and this man's goals align with each other, if we're going to try to be on the same page heading toward a relationship versus just fucking him because he done took me out to eat and then next week he ain't calling me and he ain't interested in me no more. You know, y'all want
that means it probably went good.
But at the same time, you need to give me some. But baby, I can get nobody else some. It don't work both ways.
Can I click in right now on this right here?
go ahead.
I'm saying, see, women think that men do stuff to have sex with them and then leave them. Like we trying to get another notch up on our belt. You know, we want to hurry up and have sex because if it's good, then you can keep it. But if it ain't, then I'm not gonna. You think I've been waiting for one for 8 months right there, and then, all right, and then she don't get blowjobs. That is a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker. It's not gonna happen.
She'll say you at work, you don't get blowjobs, so you don't even have to waste your time.
Hey, you're right. If she tell me that up front, because I probably know she lying, she do it. She just ain't that good at it. But either way, if she don't do it or she ain't good at it, either way, it's a deal breaker.
So let me ask you something, Mar. How do you feel about chemistry?
Hey, chemistry is good, and being on the same page financially is good. But if you ain't pleasing me, and the most important thing in my mind, to me, they're gonna keep me, because if you can't please me sexually, guess what? I'm gonna cheat. So if you can't please me financially, I work a little harder.
So let me ask you something. So to you, sex is kind of like a routine, like that you can learn, you know, and then it's enough, you know, to keep a female. Like you don't.
Don't sound like me. He don't want one that gotta learn. He wants one that already know what.
But dude, no.
Because what about mentally? What about mentally now? Because I know when you be with a female, right, that you not already clicked in the mind with, right. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all there. You know what I'm saying? intellectual or whatever, you know, and you like her, and then you have sex with her, it's a lot different than a trained female, you know, when it comes to sex. Even if she don't know a lot, you know, it's just, you know, the touch of her hand, you know what I'm saying, is different, you know, from somebody that just done learned a lot, you know.
I mean, Cornelius, I'm gonna ask you that. Because I know you can answer this right here. Have you ever had sex with a woman that you know she wasn't gonna be your girlfriend?
Oh yeah.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. So trying to get you know, but
Was she pleasing you?
With the
you, me and Cornelius.
Oh.
Me and
No,
Cornelius.
I'm asking,
or Morris?
but I'm asking Morris, was the woman pleasing him? Because he already said that if she ain't pleasing him, she can't be healed.
Oh, well, shoot, if she apparently she wasn't pleasing me.
Okay.
I mean, but you know what? But you gotta please me sexually before I wanna settle down and deal with her financially. Because everything else is a no-go. Like, because I'm gonna cheat on you. I am going to cheat on you if I am not sexually.
Mark,
No, that's not necessarily true. All men do not cheat.
nah.
Well, I guess it kind of depends. I guess it kind of depends on your definition of cheating.
All men don't
I
cheat.
say it like that. I guess.
Well, I put it like this. All men don't cheat on every female. I put it like that. All men don't cheat on every female. Because
I mean, hey, because you know why he don't cheat? Because that female gonna keep him drained when he don't want to do nothing else. I told a girl that the other day. I told a girl that she was like, do you cheat? I said, I'm gonna tell you what the lady told me a long time ago when I was like in my early 20s. She said, I ain't gotta worry about you cheating on me. I said, why ain't you gonna worry about me cheating on you? She said, because before I go to work, I'm gonna drain you. When I come home, I'm gonna drain you. Anything in between, your ass gonna be at somebody's job site because we're not gonna be together if you ain't at nobody's job site.
She was delusional.
now the job site thing I can understand, but the draining thing,
Hey, you know what? We talk that big talk like we some things and we can go on and on and on like the Energizer battery. But in reality, that's not true. We cannot do that.
For yourself.
Hey, you know what? If they please that woman out, I mean, let's say either please, but then shoot, if he got time enough to go over to the next door there, then shoot, she got pleased. He still ain't satisfied.
Morris, have you ever been in love before?
Huh?
Have you ever been in love before?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask everybody on the line.
You know what?
Have everybody on the line?
And thinking about it though, I have been in love before, and I remember times that I was saying I love somebody, but shoot, when we break up, I won't shed a tear.
Let me ask you, have everybody on the line been in love before? Ahmad?
Hey, Terry.
Uh-huh.
Hey, so you were speaking on more so like a vibrational thing, correct? Like you being on the same level as someone else, right?
Yeah, well,
And them fit, that basically two pieces of the puzzle fit together.
yeah, because to me,
the question you were asked.
What to me, it's a lot different when you got feelings for the person. You know, when you touching them, when you making love to them, or whatever. You know, it's a lot different. The way you look at them is a lot different. Like to me, it ain't about her having an experience, you know, to please you. You know, it's about how you feel about it. Because if it's a lot different when you know, when you actually try to see what I'm trying to say. But you know, when she got your heart, it's a lot different, you know, touching her or being with her than somebody who just got experience.
You're in sync or out of sync. Like, if you're on the same level psychologically.
Yeah. You know, if you love her, you know, sex is a lot different than somebody who you don't love. It don't matter what all kind of skills she got.
That's why they say sex is mental. Yeah, that's why.
When you're on the same level, from a place of frequency. When you're on the same wavelength. And if you're not on that same wavelength, then everything else is gonna fall into place, basically. So no matter all the other components you throw in, if that's off, then it's not gonna come back around full circle the way it should. The pieces of the puzzle aren't gonna fit into place.
Yeah, exactly.
They should fit into place.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I can love this woman right here, but I would love fucking her more. And not saying that like sex is the only thing, but sex is the main thing. Like if you want kids, and you run across a woman and she can't have kids, then how you gonna feel about it? And she's probably gonna lay all the way down on you. But if she can't have kids and you want kids, where your relationship gonna go? Y'all just gonna be in a financial situation?
that's something you would discuss.
I mean, I'm just.
I hope you would discuss that from the jump.
Hey, I'll tell you what if you want a kid, and later on you find out that she can't have kids? You know, are you gonna be the type of guy who says, okay, well, you know what, baby, I love you. Let's look into adoption.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Hey, well, you know what? Hey, but you're a real man, though. You're a real man.
Right there. You gotta be clicking though. You gotta be clicking.
I'm gonna have a child with my own bloodline because I'm gonna cheat to get it. We gonna adopt each other, but I need something that gonna keep my bloodline going. And I'm just speaking for me. I'm just speaking for me.
Can I ask
Because
you a question, Mark? Can I ask a question? All right. Sex is very important, right? And earlier you said you got high blood pressure. It's a known fact that high blood pressure medication kills your erection. So if this sex is so important, when you get to the point where you can't perform no more, then what? Are you going to want another woman to walk out on you because you're no longer able to satisfy her? Or do you expect her to stick around and deal with you and your issues with your high blood pressure?
But I know high blood pressure there would definitely keep you from getting erect.
So
And that is my biggest fear. Exercise. I bought an air pump the other day so I can pulverize my biceps so I can ride my bicycle.
what if that don't work? I'm just saying that sex should not be the only thing that you're basing your relationship on.
Well, you know what? I don't need. See, y'all got me here, though. I'm gonna tell you, the only thing that right now in my life, the only thing that I need a woman for, and excuse me for saying this. Number one, to bear children. Number two, to give me a blowjob. For those two things that I cannot do for myself. I can't do neither one of those for myself.
Okay, now, let's switch it up a little bit, right? Okay, I want to talk about submissiveness in a relationship. Okay.
The what in a relationship?
A female being submissive. You know.
Submissive.
Now, see, a lot of females think that. Yeah.
A submissive.
Yeah, because
okay.
A lot of females think that y'all supposed to be submissive to each other. Now, to a point, I agree, a small point, but it's nowhere near equal. You know, because let's say, if your girl on her way to work, You know what I'm saying? So, okay, you want her to call you and make sure that she okay, wherever she going. It ain't checking up on her, even when she go with her friends or whatever, she got a good little travel to go. So you want her to call and, and let her know that, okay, you made it to your, to her destination, everything okay. Okay, now, she should not raise hell if you don't do the same. Because you are a man and, it's not the same.
No, it's definitely not. Because if I get a flat tire side of the road, I'm going to change the tire. She get a flat tire side of the road, I mean, she can change it. I mean, I know women that can change tires, but...
Terry.
Yeah.
I think, you know what? I'm gonna take a shot at answering your question. Okay, for the most part. And I get picked on about because I went overseas and I got a wife. Because I know the type of man I am. I don't want nothing but a submissive woman. But it's like this. I can't do nothing with, I guess, the so-called, I'm independent. I can't do shit with you.
But I think every man should feel like that.
Mark, hold on. Let me finish.
No, I'm listening now.
I refuse to put up with that independent bullshit. That's a turn-off for me. That shit make my dick soft. I hate that. I despise a woman that she come out her mouth. That shit is manly to me. You know what? Put it like this. If a woman be like, I'm independent, I look at her like a stud. That's how much of a turn-off it is for me. I don't want it. That's not some shit that I desire at all. I don't like that. Put it like this. I had a woman, she tried to say, I'm
Y'all gonna hold on for a minute. I'm a wee man. Just pulled up there.
Alright. So she told me she was independent. So I let her be independent. She had a flat tire. She called me, and guess what I told her? Do what you got to yourself. And I can't. Yeah, I wanna teach her a lesson. You wanna be independent? I'm finna give you your independence. Okay. She had a bill that she couldn't pay. I'm like, figure the shit out. You wanna be independent? You figure the shit out. Don't ask me for a goddamn thing. And you know what? I was real stoic about it. I didn't give in to no emotions when she cried about when she asked for stuff and needed stuff and I didn't give it to her. She cried and I didn't give in. I stood my ground and I stood on that shit. You want to be independent? You figure shit out. It's like women, they'll say this independent shit, but they'll say one thing and they'll want something different. So I don't give in to all that independent shit. If a woman want to be with Junior, she's going to have to be submissive, and that's not an option. And put it like this, relationships are about compromise, but that's some shit I don't compromise on.
No.
If you ain't submissive, you need to get with another dude. Because Junior, I ain't gonna have that shit.
And you know what, Junior? And you know what? And a lot of female with the independent thing, it done got so out of hand, and I think that's a good reason for all this these kids terrorizing each other and terrorizing the community, because I think most of them.
Terry, excuse me for interrupting. Mm-hmm. But they don't know what independent means, and they use it in the wrong thing. They saying, okay, I pay all my bills. I work, I pay my own bills, and I pay my own rent. I'm independent. No, chick, that's called being a grown-up. That's the shit you're supposed to do any goddamn way. I'm not gonna give you a goddamn medical honor for some shit that you're supposed to do any goddamn way. That's not called independent. That's being a fucking responsible adult. That doesn't merit a medical honor. And I done hurt little chicks' feelings by telling them that. But that's the goddamn truth. Just because you pay your bills and work, that's not independent. That's called being a fucking responsible adult. I was doing that shit at 16 and 18. Whoopsie fucking do.
Yeah.
You're not special.
I hate to say it, but I am a single, independent, responsible adult.
Time out, Bussy. Time out. Hold on. Okay, Bussy. How often do you hear men say, I'm an independent man? How often do you see white women saying, I'm an independent woman? You don't. That's a mantra that black women created. That's some bullshit that they created. Put it like this. You got white women out there holding their own, but see, they don't use this mantra that Beyonce created called, I'm an independent woman. Sisters, the only people who spew that bullshit out. Put it like this. I hold my own. You don't never hear me, okay, Terry and Cornelius hold their own. I have never heard these cats say, I'm an independent man. He's a man. You know, black women, they the only people who speak that shit out because they think that being responsible is some kind of merits of badge of honor. All right, right there, just yes it does. All right, right there, just like me saying, well, hell, I'm a good father. I need a medal of honor. No, I'm a father. This shit I'm supposed to do anyway. That shit don't merit a fucking badge of honor. And that's what black women do by their independent bullshit. You ain't independent. No, you're paying your bills. You're being a responsible adult. That's what you're supposed to do anyway. That doesn't merit a badge of honor. Do what?
Okay. You look
No.
at it different, though.
No, you are not in. Okay, listen. You are not independent because you rely on somebody. Okay.
I rely.
Time out. Hold on. Bill Gates, he relies on his customers. Okay, business owners, they rely on their customers. Okay, everybody depends on somebody. Ain't nobody in this world independent. That's a fucking mantra that Beyonce and the feminist community created. Nobody in this fucking world is independent.
To put a black woman equal.
Hold on. Let me say this. That's a fucking mantra that black women created to coddle themselves because they don't want to take accountability for shit. That's some feel good. That's a false sense of security. It is. Ain't nobody on this earth independent. Ain't nobody on this earth independent.
How can you be independent and being at the same time not want to take responsibility for yourself? Those
Right. All right. Okay, look. Let's just say me and you a couple. Okay, men and women, we don't. Okay, when you're independent, what are you independent of?
Listen,
because a man and a time out. A man and a woman, when they're together, they're supposed to be interdependent. They're supposed to depend on each other, not independent. No, you said independent. I said interdependent, meaning I need my wife and she needs her husband. Ain't no couple, ain't nobody in a relationship got no business saying I'm independent. You're interdependent on that other person.
Okay,
and that's what a fuck up comes in.
Julia, here's the thing. Most of the women that I see saying they're independent,
they're not independent. They love to use that natural as independent. That's not called
they're
independent.
not in relationships.
That shit still ain't independent. That's called being a fucking adult. You're paying bills. You're doing shit that adults do. That doesn't equate to independence. You're doing, okay, paying your bills. Okay, you're an adult. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay, you got your own place. You're paying rent. That's what you're supposed to do. That's not independent. That doesn't deserve a medal of honor. That's what you're supposed to do. You do not receive an applause for that. That's not something special. And see, that's where a lot of sisters are confused at. Men do this shit every day, and we ain't still begging for attention for somebody to pay us homage for doing that. That's what you're supposed to do anyway. But black women feel like that's a badge of honor, and they supposed to be given credit for doing some adult responsibilities that they're supposed to do anyway.
Let me, okay, when I look up the word independent, the definition says, free from the influence, guidance, or control of another or others, self-reliant. Now,
all right.
If I
so
you
rely on your employer.
Julia, I let you talk. Let me finish now.
Okay.
Okay. So if I am a single woman, and the only thing that I'm relying on is my job. You know what I'm saying? That's where my money comes from to pay my bills. I'm a single woman. I'm not attached to a man. A man ain't paying nothing in my house, period. That makes me independent.
No, it doesn't. No, it
doesn't. Yes, it does.
All right. Good. All right. Look, hold on. I'm going to use Cornelius for instance. Cornelius, who do you live with?
What's that now?
Who do you live with?
Cornelius ain't paying for no
Nobody.
All right. Who do you depend on?
Now, I don't want to get in y'all thing, but the word independent is a word. It was way before Beyonce was even thought about being born with, before her mama was born and her granddaddy too. So if you look, and y'all know I look at independence different from what you say, Johnny. An independent person, a person who can carry their own shit, and that will make everybody. Well, not everybody, but anybody who can carry themselves, feed themselves, blah, blah, blah. that would basically make them independent. Now, I understand what you're saying is you want a woman who's going to depend on you for your man stuff, or you depend on her for her woman stuff. That makes y'all interdependent. Fine. But there are still people, men and women, who are considered individuals or independent individuals. And
all right, Cornelius, I get your whole point, but see, the point I'm trying to make is you don't have to self-proclaim yourself as being independent. You rarely hear men say that. For one thing, Cornelius, you rely on yourself. You don't depend on nobody. I have never heard you say, I'm an independent man. You only hear black women saying that shit. They are self-proclaimed. All right, so put it like this, Terry. If I know how to fight, I ain't got to keep repeating it or trying to create some kind of self-reassurance that I can fight. If I can fight, people are going to know it. I don't have to label myself or say every 5 minutes, I know how to fight or I'm a bad motherfucker. And see, that's how black women doing with this independent shit. Okay, pay your own bills and do that. Keep paying your own bills. That doesn't warrant a Medal of Honor.
Okay, I see what the problem is. You ain't got a problem with them being independent. You got a problem with them saying that they're independent.
Yeah. Because there's the only race and gender that says that. You don't hear yes, y'all are. I have seen Korean women that own these gas stations, and they have never said I'm an independent woman. They'll sit up there and say I'm a woman. Black women are the only people that self-proclaim that they're an independent woman. They're the only race and nationality and gender that does that. The only.
Man, it sounds like to me you got a thick case of misogynoir, which is a hatred of black women. Cause
I know my black women, but put it like this, Buffy. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I wanted a woman with masculine capabilities, I'd go out there and find a trick. And you know all these strong, all these independent and shit. That's a masculine attribute. It is.
Now, Junior.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it because I ain't got to date them.
Yeah.
So I don't have a personal problem with it.
Now, Junior.
I'm that to try to put them up on game. I don't hate them because I ain't got to click with them.
Yeah. Now, Junior, you know what I think it is? I think that, the word independent is to put black females, make them beside black men. So they think they in the same place, in the same predicament, so they don't need them no more. And it's working. That's how they feel. And I think that's got a lot to do with why so many relationships are messed up right now. Why marriage is short, why people don't even date for marriage no more. Like they don't even court for marriage no more. They court for time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what, Terry? Let me say this. The whole woman and man, the whole dynamic is thrown off. It's like men have gotten feminized and women have gotten masculine. So it's like the whole damn balance is off. So that's why most relationships is off.
Yeah, because it's the family.
Y'all in denial to me.
Do what now?
Well, explain.
Y'all in a little bit of denial to me.
Explain.
No, that's the real truth, man. I mean,
because look, let's be real now. The reason relationships ain't traditional no more is because women got tired of seeing the shit that their mamas and their grandmamas went through with men. Back in the day, even as late as the 70s, as early as the 70s, those women had to put up with, even though dad and granddaddy wanted to check home, he had a family across town or his neighbors next door. And because women were not allowed to get houses and credit and bank accounts, they generally had to put up with that shit just to have somewhere to lay their head to have a house. Because the man was considered. I am glad you said that, and I agree with you 10,000%. All right, hold on. Save what you just said. You are 100% right. Okay, fast forward to 2022. Okay, once women got credit, they was able to do this and that. Now they're working. They got a good job. Now they got this bum motherfucker driving their car while they're at work, and the same nigga is dropping them off at work. The same nigga don't even know how to change a tire and all that. Now go back to our granddaddy who had a woman on the other side of town and all that. She had a real man back then, even though he had some fucked up ways. But I guarantee you, if I had to choose between my granddaddy and these sorry ass niggas,
I probably would have had to put up with that, you know, granddaddy having that woman across town because those were real men back then. These dudes not driving your car while you at work and stuff. I can guarantee you, if most women had to pick between the two, they'll choose the granddaddy.
I think when you tell the story, though, you're thinking about what type of man your granddaddy was. My granddaddy beat my grandmama's ass on the regular.
No, time out. Hold on, Buffy. I got Terry and I got Denise on the phone. Both of them knew my granddaddy. All right. And they can vouch for this. My granddaddy, all right, he had, you know, he had his flaws. You know, he was, I guarantee you, he was similar to your granddaddy. But I guarantee you.
He beat your grandma?
I'm going to say he hit her, but I'm going to sit up here and say this. It
was a lot of mental.
He had his other side of town.
Yeah.
He had the other one on the side of town, and he ain't take that shit. But the thing about it, Buffy, I mean, let's be real. You in Atlanta, right? You know most of these niggas be driving their girlfriend car, and most of them might be felons, and they ain't got no driving license, and you know, the woman owned the car. You got these metrosexual niggas who ain't even responsible. And I know our granddaddies had a whole lot of faults, but if you had to choose between the two buddies, I mean, seriously now. If you had to choose between the two.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. If I had to choose between a serial cheater who whoops my ass and a bum who I'm letting drive my car while I'm at work, I'm going to give him gas and let him ride all fucking day.
But you don't even.
He ain't going to put his hands on me. I'm telling you.
But I don't think none of them put their hands on them. But put it like this. Okay, all right, I'm going to give you the situation. Back then, Grandma knew. All right, I'm going to just give you our personal situation with Terry. Terry can vouch for this. Okay, now, let's just say, I'm going to use, for example, 1958. My granddaddy had, how many kids, Terry? 11? Let's just say 9. Okay, yeah. My granddaddy had 9 kids. Okay, his wife did not have to work. All right, he had a farm. Okay, the thing about it, my granddaddy, he was basically like, I guess his income was equivalent to Puff Daddy back then, because in 2023, the man and the woman just about had to work today. Both people had to have to work in order to sustain the household. My granddaddy, he could work, and all that woman had to do was keep up with the house. She didn't have a whole lot of responsibilities except for at the house. She didn't have to go out there in the workforce and work. He would provide everything for 11 kids. Okay. In 2023, you may have 1 and a half kids, and both parents still got to work. So women
based on how they're trying to live.
You know, but see, the thing about it, most men back then, they provided for and you know, yeah, they did have salad on the other side of town. I'm not condoning that, but that's reality of how that shit was back then. But I guarantee you, see, women sit up here and say that they would have got that dude driving their car. But that's a feminine characteristic. And women get turned off quick by that shit. They don't admit that. But you know, if a dude doing some metrosexual, less than a man shit, that shit make your shit drove.
Not Terry, Julia. Okay. Here's the double standard. If things reverse, vice versa, and there was a woman, and I know you're a man, so I know this won't happen, but if you had to be at home relying on the woman to bring home the money, and you knew she had a couple other niggas on the side, but she taking care of you and you at home every day, are you going to stay with her and put up with that behavior?
As a man?
Yes.
All right.
As a human being, not even as a man. As a human being.
All right, if I was a woman, I would weigh both sides, and I'd be like, damn, he out there doing some fucked up shit, but I know I ain't got to work, I ain't got to be out there slaving and shit, but he is taking care of home. My kids, I ain't got to beg for nothing, and you know, I have to weigh all that shit, because sometimes you really have to balance shit and really see, you know, if the grass green on the other side. And I mean, I'm not condoning it. I'm not justifying our granddad's behavior. But, no, I'm not justifying it all. Because anytime you cheating and all that shit is wrong. But things could have been things could be like in 2023 with these metrosexual irresponsible niggas. I guarantee you, that shit is a lot worse. I'm not saying that what my granddad and them did was right. But I guarantee you, it's a whole lot better than what these niggas offering.
You know, I hear what you're saying, but these metrosexual niggas come from the daddies not being around too, and then all the time it ain't the women pushing them away because I know so many more women.
I agree.
Listen, they always say that women don't want a man that ain't got no money, and I know that's a lie because I've seen too many women take care of the pookies and the ray-rays, as y'all call them. And
I've seen that like 1,010,000,000 times. You are like 1,000% right on that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So what I'm saying is that even with taking care of him and hoping he's going to hang around, the man still would leave. And I know for a fact for myself, having children with men, once I decided I was done with the man was done with the children too.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they didn't pay child support or they didn't interact on the kids based on whether or not they could still get in your drawers. Once that shut off, they forgot them children too and went on to the next person.
Let me ask you something, baby. Is it okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is it more of the man just leaving because him and the female broke up, or is it more of the female, the ones who keep the man from? Because I mean, the female can bring some stress to you sometimes, right? So is it the female the reason that the man is away from the kids?
Sometimes it's that, but I've seen a lot of cases where it's just once he knew she was for real done with it, he just kind of disappeared and didn't come around. And I've had that happen to me more than once.
I haven't seen that
from experience.
I haven't seen that too.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that too many times. But I mean,
talk to more women. Talk to more women, and they're telling them to come get the kids and to come help out. I try, for instance, in my situation, once I had to work. His mom was keeping the children. She had an appointment, so I called and asked him could he keep them, knowing he was at home laying around in the bed doing nothing. And he said no. I couldn't miss work, so I dropped him off anyway. That joker chased me down and threw rocks at my car while I was leaving my children on the steps so he could babysit them for that day.
Time out, Buffy. Repeat that last part about like right before the throwing the rock.
I drove up to the house. I put him out right there on the steps and knocked on the door. Waited till he opened the door, and I took off because that's the only way I could get him to watch his own kids. I was trying to get him involved, and they're like, well, I can't do it this weekend, or I can't come around there today. So it ain't always us being bitter trying to keep the kids away from the man.
What was his family situation before you started dating him? Was it family oriented? Did he have kids already?
No, not really. He had kids already, and he wasn't with their moms, but I didn't have a real background of how he interacted with the kids and with the mom until I got in there, unfortunately. I got pregnant quick, you know.
Okay.
Now,
so that was bad. I chose wrong.
Now, hold on. Let me add something to that. Am I the only dude over 40 who ain't got kids?
You might be.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, on this line. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And not only kids, but multiple kids. Kids with, it's hard to find out there. And I don't even look at people bad now when they got more than one parent for their children because relationships ain't working.
Well, and why do you think that is?
I've been married 3 times.
Why do you think relationships not working?
Good question, Terry.
Selfishness. I think a lot of it is selfishness on both party sides, men and women.
Yeah, I can agree.
And now the hedonistic lifestyle is pushed. Everybody is all about YOLO. You only got one life. You know what I'm saying? Do what you're gonna do. And even though I believe that now, But I think that people just do what they want to do when it comes to stuff like that. But now I am of that mindset because I had to sit down one day and think that the majority of us only live to about 70, 75, maybe 80 years old. You get one life to live. My thing now is that I'm not in the way of any nigga that if he want to sleep with 100 women, do that. But I don't have to be in your life. I'm not going to tell somebody to change anything or what they want to do to be with me. Because if they want it to be with me and those are changes that they want to make, they're going to already be done made them before they come trying to get with me.
Let me ask you something,
I
Buffett.
don't want to have to tell a man.
Okay, let me ask you something, Buffett, right? Okay, let's say a female come from another planet, right? What advice would you tell her to get with a guy and have a long-lasting relationship? When they
Terry, y'all ain't gonna like my answer. Y'all ain't gonna like my answer because I have no faith in men these days. I would tell a baby, go back to your planet. Ain't nothing down here. Honestly.
God damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Buffy, I can't disagree with you.
what?
I can't disagree with you.
I don't know because I think the process, that a person starts out with, I think that kind of messes up the whole future. Because if you don't do it right, because looking at me, right, if I can go back to my my teenage self or whatever, or early 20s self, I think because I think I'm a pretty good guy, right? So and I know how I feel. I feel like I'm a lot different from a lot of people because I believe in love. I believe in the fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? Type of love.
Yeah.
So what I would tell myself, is make sure that when you date, make sure you try to do your homework, try to know who this female is, and if something's not right, don't try to force it to work, go ahead and end it right there, and try to learn yourself because being married, like before you get married, right, and you're dealing with a female, your question be, what do I want in a female? It's about all your likes. Now after you've been in a relationship for a while, it's about what all you can't tolerate. What all you can't deal with. And these are the things that that you need to know before continuing or trying to pursue a long-lasting relationship, because it's kind of like a rock in your shoe. Some stuff. You can try to deal with it for a while. But later on you realize, look, man, I can't take this, man. I can't, like me, questions. I can't deal with. I hate questions. You know what I'm saying, from a female. Like that's something that just yeah, you know what I'm saying? Questions something I can't deal with. I feel like I'm being interrogated.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I can. So that's what I would tell myself. Then and I would also tell myself to to be as honest, more as honest as I can be, with a female, because and honest with myself, because to me that's that's kind of like one of them things that that you can you can kind of fool yourself on, when you're not being honest with yourself or you're not being honest with her, and if you actually trying to pursue, because a lot of people don't really try to pursue a long lasting relationship, but
yeah,
I was always the type that I was I wanted love, like Junior, mama and daddy, and my cousin, I mean my auntie, Lorraine and T-Boy, you know, those was my type of, you know, like those was, you know, the people that I looked for, like relationships that I wanted, you know. And growing up, you know, I didn't know all about all the details, you know what I'm saying, you know, that you know, all the stuff it takes to, you know, and the sacrifice it takes to get to that point. You know, I definitely don't think forcing love is a you know, when one person.
All right, what? Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Terry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, go ahead,
I have to interrupt you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you made me think about something. Bussy. Now, I'm Junior, and I talk crazy, but Terry just brought something to my attention that I really got to speak on, and I got to be honest about. Now, I'm married, and it's a lot of shit that I'm learning, and Terry said something about my parents, and I'm learning, and I want to go back and answer Terry's questions about why relationships ain't working. Okay, when you get married, marriage is not easy at all. And when you start having problems, a lot of people, including me, I feel like this. At times, you be wanting to give up, be like, you know what? You done pissed me off, get some shit on, like, fuck you, kiss my ass, I want to end this shit. And you know, every relationship, like Claire and Cliff Huxtable, you know, it looked good for us, but they had they shit in the background, too. You know, they had they underlying problems, and, you know, you got to get past it. And see, people that they want to quit, you know, when they can't handle the heat in the kitchen, but you got to keep going. And me, I struggle through that too, cause see, my wife, I love her to death, but we be having our problems. I have been like, you know what, fuck you, kiss my ass, bye. I can't take this shit. I ain't got to deal with this shit, but you can't be like that. And I think that that's the whole problem with relationships now. At the first sign of a problem, when you can't take shit, everybody want to give up and quit it, and you can't do it.
I don't agree with that,
you know what you found out?
What?
Y'all find out that love is not enough, and that in order to be in a relationship with anybody, you got to have mastered some conflict resolution skills. Because without that, without communication, you won't make it.
Bussy, I know I talk a lot of shit. And I be trying to act like I know everything. And I think that there's one downfall about me, and our pride won't let us admit a lot of shit. And me, one of my weaknesses, I have a poor method of conflict resolution.
Yep.
And you know, but see, the good thing about me, I can admit it that that's my weakness. You like conflict resolution. Like, put it like this. I'm strong-headed. My wife's strong-headed. But somebody needs to be the bigger person and back down. And I can't back down. She can't either. But somebody has to make a stand and be the one to back down.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
so, well.
And who's ever wrong, got to be willing to say, okay, I was wrong.
But hold on. The thing about it, that's a problem, because I'm not going to think I'm wrong. That person ain't going to think they wrong.
Well, how about sometimes look at it outside of yourself? Put two other people in a relationship and say to yourself, no, well, I don't know, because after I calm down, when I get into little tits and tats, after I calm down and think about it, a lot of times I'm able to come back and say, you know what, you were right, I was wrong about that. And even if I didn't feel like I was wrong, then I can still come back and say, hey, I hate that we got to this point about blah, 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 but we just got to agree to disagree and move on.
All right, Buffy, you are a rare breed because, like, me and my wife, we're, like, just alike. And I will go on for months. And put it like this, if I believe in something, I'm going to stand on that shit. And if she believes in something, she going to stand on that shit. But at some point, somebody going to have to goddamn break the ice and be like, Luke, you know what? I know I stand on this shit, but I got to swallow my pride. And see, neither one of us be willing to do that shit. And see, that goes back to answer Terry's questions about why relationships ain't working, because everybody want to stand on that shit. Don't nobody want to be the bigger person and back down because they feel like that's being weak. And I'll admit, that's me. I feel like, hell no. I ain't gonna back down and be a punk about this shit. But sometimes you got to do that. And me, that shit ain't in my blood, because if I believe in something, I'm gonna stand on that shit, Bussy.
But weakness to me is not being able to look outside the thing and say, I'm wrong, and I need to apologize to you. I think
But,
a weak person
but
cannot
you are
apologize.
a woman saying that, but a man, I put it like this: if I say, because me, I'm be honest with you, I want a submissive woman, and I stand on that shit. And you know what? I ain't trying to hear nothing else, and I'm not trying to hear shit else.
You know,
And I stand on that
you
shit.
have opinions, right? You know we can be submissive and still call you out when you're wrong, right?
Yeah, but if you sit up here and say some shit that I really believe in and I stand on it, my mind ain't gonna change if I stand on it.
Yeah, well, that's why I say we agree to disagree and move on. Because I'm quick to say, let's change the subject. Okay, we ain't gonna agree on that. Let's change the subject. Let's go on.
Yeah, you right. Damn, you ain't over there quiet. You ain't with the sleep, are you?
No, I'm listening.
Looking at
No, I'm listening.
You know what? Kanye is over there looking at goddamn Pornhub.
No, I'm listening. I'm just hearing what y'all got to say, because there's like 4 or 5 of us, and everybody's talking. You can't hear everybody's point, so I'm just listening. Yeah.
Hey, but guys,
still here?
nah, Martin, it dropped off. Mo done dropped off. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I gotta get on to work, so.
All right.
Yeah. Till next time. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming on.
But hey, Terry, I still need to talk to you about something else after we get off the phone.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, appreciate everybody for coming on.
Hey, Bussy. How can I add you on Facebook?
Let me see. I send you the friend request.
All right. I'm up under Alonzo Jordan.
Okay.
So type in Alonzo Jordan, and I'll accept your screen request.
All right. Hold on. Then I got to pull it up on my thing here.
All right.
Yeah, this was a good one. I got to hear everybody, say instead of so many people jumping in.
Well, I'm going to be the first to say this, even though everybody else probably thinking. If that's how Morris communicate, y'all need to keep him off, because you ain't going to get nowhere with him on the line.
But let me say this about Morris. I already knew that's how Morris is. Morris is Morris. That's him. Put it like this. Morris is Morris. Terry knows.
Yeah.
Morris is Morris. Put it like this. Our regular podcast,